from Budapest. We finally arrived after 6 hours in transit, and we went to a restaurant that was near the train station, and it was so cute. It was like locomotive themed, so there was like trains everywhere and like rail designs, and also the drinks were brought out through with an actual train. I messed up because I took off the drinks too early instead of waiting for it to actually come to the table. Anyways, the highlight of the dinner was definitely the performance from some of the, like, I don't know if they're staff, but there was like a bunch of string instruments with violin and cello, and it was just so amazing. Like, they played amazingly well, and it was just like these 5, like, you know, very like just jolly type of Hungarian men, and they just seemed so pleasant, and they played beautiful music. It was really, really nice. And then we checked into this apartment, and tomorrow is going to be the big day. It's basically the whole reason why we're here. We're going to see our first F1 race, and I'm so glad that my parents are with us for this experience too, because they've never been to a race before, and it'll be a new experience for all of us. But anyways, really excited about tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes.
We are not happy. We're trying to do everything we can to revert the situation. This weekend we might have done a small step in the right direction, but we still have a long way to go if we want to get back fighting for pole positions.
We are at the Hungarian Grand Prix. We arrived at around noon, and the race starts at 3. So we got here really early, but it's so packed, and there's just so many people, and it's really difficult to find a good spot because all the good spots have a million people. But it's still super cool to be here. Like, it's crazy. The environment is so cool. We finally got a spot. My parents are sitting down, but yeah, it'll be so cool to see everything like in person, like live. I can't believe we're here.
Go back on support.
This is our view from where we're sitting. Hopefully the umbrellas go down when the race starts, but here we are. And this is what it's looking like right now. It's super hot. It's like low 30s right now. Yeah, but it's sweltering. Come on, Dad. Say hi. It's a video. hundreds of euros to be here and watching it on the screen. Thankful for this big cloud right here. Okay, we are heading back to the apartment. We're walking along the Danube River and we just had dinner. Anyways, some thoughts after the race. Okay, number one, transportation. Take public transport. It's totally fine. It took like an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish to get there. It's pretty convenient, but it is very hectic and very inconsistent from what is explained online. There was one part where we had to take a tram, and online it said that our 72-hour ticket covered this tram, but they made us pay extra for the tram when we arrived, and the people like around us also said that like it was very inconsistent because the day before, which was qualifiers, and also like the practice, they were able to go in with their tickets and they didn't have to pay extra, so it's like very inconsistent. Anyways, it's still very convenient. Take public transport. The race itself, it was interesting. It was definitely like a different experience. It was not as good as watching it on TV, in my opinion, because like for what we saw, like we had general admission tickets, and so we only saw like obviously just a very small portion of the track, and like you couldn't even see what was going on. Like there was no screen, there was no commentary, so we basically had like the commentary in our ears explaining what was going on, and it just wasn't great. Obviously it was still very nice to like be part of the vibes, you know, with everyone, and to see everyone like, you know, cheering on their team and everything, but I would prefer to watch it on TV, to be honest, and plus it was sweltering hot outside today, but still really good experience. We brought our own snacks. I highly recommend you to do that too, because like buying food there is like super expensive, and we just brought our own snacks. And also bring a blanket or something to sit down on and some shade. We had like a blanket, and we also brought an umbrella, so that made it a little bit more bearable. But yeah, like overall really good experience. I don't think I'd go again unless we go with like friends and, you know, making it a whole thing, but yeah, I don't think I'd go again in general for ourselves. Oh yeah, and as for the actual results of the race, I didn't even know who won the race by the end of it until like 20 minutes after, because like we were not at the finish line and there was no commentary, there was no announcement, and so we literally had to like go into the F1 site and like rewatch like the last like 10 minutes of the race to see what happened. But yeah, good day for McLaren, not so good day for Ferrari. Well, I guess it's a normal day for Ferrari, not so good for Max and Red Bull. But yeah, the gaps are getting smaller among the top 4 teams.
Be horses instead of gathering and hunting. We got mobile, got on the backs of those.
Good morning. It is our last full day here in Budapest, and right now we're doing a walking tour. Thankfully it hasn't been too hot, or like, you know, the sun hasn't been out too strongly at the moment, but yeah, it's quite nice so far. We quit the walking tour a little bit earlier than expected because it was pouring rain, and so we just had lunch and we're doing our own self-guided tour. And right now we're at the Fisherman's Bastion in this beautiful cathedral here, and we'll be walking around this Buddha area and then going to the thermal baths. a view of the parliament. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. We're at the Buddha Castle. Here's the view. And here's the castle. And then this is the National Gallery. It is sweltering hot today. I'm probably gonna get like 10 shades darker. Bless these cooling stations. Okay, turn around and look here. It's a video. Yeah. Good morning. It is our last day in Budapest and we are on Margaret Island right now. We've seen so far a really nice Japanese garden with some fish and even a turtle, and we've seen some old buildings, old ruins. It's very peaceful and quiet here. This garden is so perfect. Imagine having like a picnic here. So nice. You can write your name on it. I don't know what these numbers mean.
Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Bye. See you in a week or something. Okay, bye.